Hey, what's going on, everybody? Got you along with me on my workout today. But just wanted to give you all a quick video. Y'all know how we do, so let's just get into it. Of course, the hotbed issue right now is all these mass deportations that they did and taking them to El Salvador and defying this court order, which they clearly did defy the court order. You know what I'm saying? The court order said even if the planes are in the air, turn them back around, and they deliberately did not. So it's really about breaking this down about why this is important. Because I feel like a lot of people are missing it. And what MAGA is trying to do, what they do with every issue, is try to get you to completely oversimplify the issue into make a decision of good versus bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they want you just to think of this issue as, oh, well, they're just deporting criminals. So why on earth would anyone stand on the side of criminals? Like, why do you want to keep them in the country? Why are you fighting for their rights? And what it does is literally a dehumanization attempt, as if a criminal is a person, like that's their whole thing. Like they're not a human, they're a criminal. Or they're not like a human committing a criminal act, but somehow like this criminal is like not a human and not worth rights or the due process that all of us are worth. And they're relying on the fact for us not to be able to see like sophistication, right? To actually go into the nuances of these issues. For example, and the thing is that they have that nuance, they just choose to selectively do it when they want. Look at all of our nation's quote unquote heroes. All the founding fathers, from George Washington using slaves' teeth as his own, to Thomas Jefferson raping Sally Hemings and having kids. And I mean, the list goes on with how many of our great founding fathers did the worst atrocities known to man. But yet we're able to see like that, okay, they're not all evil and they did a lot of good, right? So I don't understand how in this scenario where we can't look at certain things and see that there's some middle ground in there. One, of course, no one is advocating for criminals to get special treatment or not to get justice. Like, no one is advocating for that, right? I mean, I feel like, and that's what they're trying to make into a polar argument, like you're either for justice or not. No one's saying that. But the reason why due process matters is exactly how the Nazis took power in Germany, right? It's like, if you just get people to not care about the population and dehumanize them, then you won't care about the atrocities. But let's just look at the data and to the people that they picked up. And this is data from Trump. So right now, about 10 to 15% of the people they apprehend are actually citizens or actually legal residents that have no criminal record. So let's just take that on its face. Let's say there are like 100,000 people that are taken, right? Because they're allegedly these horrible illegal immigrant criminals. But we discovered that between 10 to 15,000 of those people are actually innocent, have done nothing wrong, and have just been swept up. Is that okay? Is it okay that there's a 10 to 15% error ratio in being sent to fucking Guantanamo or to being sent to fucking El Salvador where you have absolutely no due process? Is that 10 to 15% error rate okay? There would never be anything that we accepted a 10 to 15% error rate in at all, especially when it involves human life. Right? Because these people, they're going off the grid. And you just have to hope that the people that care about them that are in the country will be able to start the defense, because there is none once they've been taken out the country and out of jurisdiction. Which is fucking nuts if we think about it. Because due process, that's literally what is put in place to make sure. We understand that the government isn't perfect. And it's just so funny that the party that says government is not perfect, it doesn't work and all those things, are somehow now upholding the argument as if it's perfect. As if they will always they're always right with the people they prosecute, right? They always get the gang members right? We know they don't. So that's what due process is for. The arrest, yeah, do the grand sweep. You know what I'm saying? Do the grand sweep. I even though I think it's wrong to do a 10 to 15% fuck up with arrest, I'd even be okay with that. But good thing for due process to make sure that that 10 to 15% is minimized, to make sure that the people you're getting out really deserve to be getting out. What is wrong with that? And you're trying to say that the judge, and that's why the judge stopped it, because that means the government can just grab any fucking body. Anybody. Right now, you cool with it because you think they're only grabbing people that are brown, right? They're only grabbing people that might have tattoos on their faces, right? All those people. So you as a person might be okay with the 10 to 15% error because more than likely that error is not going to impact you or anyone else you know. But that's pretty fucked up, right? That you're willing to accept injustice because it more than likely won't impact you. And isn't that just like that whole proverb from Nazi Germany? Like at first they came for the socialists, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, they came for the Jews and then they came for, you know, everybody else. And then there was no one else to help me. We're literally living that proverb right now. I know I butchered it, but I know y'all get it. It's like, what is happening right now? That we are actually fighting against making sure that the government gets it right. In an era where we're talking about government accountability and efficiency and all that stuff, it's amazing that we're literally practicing the opposite in our immigration policy. And I just need y'all to wake the fuck up. Having the ability of the government just to sweep up anybody is not good for anybody. Because they go and start sweeping up anybody they don't like. And that next could be you. Until next time. Whew.